All right, rise and shine. It's Merleworld card time. And I'm ready. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I'm going live here. Yes, let's do it. Go live. All right. We're about to do a show. I think it's a show. I don't know what we're doing here. What's going on? All right, rise and shine, everyone. It's Merleworld card time. I think it's working. I'm trying to get this damn Instagram account working. It's about an hour right now. I decided to do this. We're having a live auction on Heritage. I just want to show my stuff since we're not having Between Two Slabs this Tuesday, since Dan, the great curator, and I will be leaving for London for the London Card Show this next weekend. So come see us. We'll be setting up. It'll be our first big international show. And we're really excited. We're overwhelmed. He and I were just set up at, where were we set up at? Oh, the premier SoCal card show this weekend. Dan was selling his flagship cards of Steamboat Willie, aka Mickey Mouse, for Saturday morning cards. Check them out on Instagram. Check out their website. The cards are only $30. I saw one of my buddies, Ed Ram. He was there this today, and he actually pulled a gold cracked ice Steamboat Willie. I think it's numbered out of 25. He was the lucky dog. Only Ed is that lucky. So, Ed, congratulations. Hopefully, the great curator will bring some of those cards. They're awesome to London Card Show. And I might bring a couple of my slab type 1 photos, even some raw ones to show people at the London. I don't know if people in London actually own any type 1 photos. It is 7:48. I'm in Los Angeles right now, so it must be 10:48 Eastern time in Los Angeles, or not Los Angeles, in the East Coast. So let's see what is going on here. I'm going to pull this up right now. If y'all can see that, and it says, let's get the comments going here. And there's no, I'm the only one watching. Wow, I'm so lucky. I'm a lucky little dog, am I? There's no one watching this. That's okay. So good for them. I am at 173. I'm going to show you what my site says. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items right now. They all end in 10 minutes. My biggest one is my Superman type. These are all type 1 photos, folks. That means they come from the original negative, so they're going to be called the original photo on the slab, on the label, PSA label. PSA are the only people as of right now that I know of that authenticate and slab photos. And type 1 photos come from the original negative, and they have to be made within 2 years of that photo taken. And since they're made by a professional photographer and usually have to be topical, it means it's something that's happening right then and there. They want to send it to the press or publication. They're usually made like right away, and they are not mass produced, not like cards or other memorabilia. There's probably only a handful of them made, like 5 or less. I mean, that's about it. No one knows. But usually when you find these things, I can guarantee you're probably not going to find 2 or 3 more on eBay or listed anywhere else. So these are basically like one of ones, folks. No one knows anything about these. They do not know how rare they are. There's going to be more type 2s. There's going to be more type 3 and 4. They're really, actually, I haven't seen many type 2s. And type 2s come from original negative, and they're made after 2 years. That means if there's a photo taken in 1910 of like Honus Wagner or of Thomas Edison, and they were usually restruck back in the 1980s, that's a type 2. A type 3 is a publicity photo or a photo used from a reprint negative or a duplicate negative and made within 2 years, so they can be vintage. So if it's a photo taken in 1950 of 51 of Mickey Mantle, and it's a type 3 photo, that's from a duplicate negative, but it still has to be made within that 2-year time frame. A type 4 is like a type 2, but it comes from duplicate negative, and it can be made many years later, after 2 years, of course. So that's what type photos are. I'm the only person watching this right now, so it's my secret, guys. No one is watching, and that is great because they're not going to find out my secrets till after the fact. So let's see what photos I have right now. I have a Superman of Christopher Reeve from Superman 2, 1980. Here it is right here. Type 1 photo from DC Comics, 1980, Type 1 photo, Christopher Reeve. This was a famous, iconic photo. When I was I was 10 years old when this photo was taken. This poster was on every 10-year-old boy's wall, including mine. Right now it's at 275 with just a few minutes left to go. It tells you right here, if you look down, it says 7 minutes and 6 seconds. It ends at 10 p.m. Central Time. So we will hopefully I get lucky here. And that's Christopher Reeve. I have sorry, trying to get my controller working here. This is Jerry Seinfeld with Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine. They're at their famous diner. This is from the 1996 episode, The Facility, Jerry. It's at $135. Here is Paul McCartney from Wings. And actually, even though it's not on the stamp, this I think was actually taken. This photo was taken by Linda McCartney back in the 70s. Here's a great one I love. I wish I didn't get rid of it, but I need the money. It is Prince from 1981. You can actually click on this beautiful one of Prince, one of the earliest ones I could find of a Type 1 photo. Years after his debut album, I think that's from Dirty Mind tour. Here is Bono from the Joshua Tree tour at the LA Coliseum. I think this was from his third leg. If you see this wet stamp on the back, and there's a little clip of the photo or the description. This is very cool. This is Van Halen and the Scorpions in 1988. This was the Van Halen or the Sammy Hagar Van Halen band. And you see the Universal Monsters of Rock. There's King Kong. There's all the Universal monsters, the Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein, and Tarzan. Go figure. I don't know why Tarzan. Thomas Edison. This is one of my favorite finds. This is him in 1916. Definitely a vintage antique photo. Here he is receiving the Illuminati Engineering Award in Philadelphia in 1916. And Fly Me to the Moon, folks. And if you notice, this is the Man in the Moon photo, or they call it the Face of the Moon, taken in the 70s. And there's his eyes and his nose and blah, 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 blah. It's $105 right now. So, and then if you click on here, so I have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to try to move through this. This is called the 2024 May 5th Photo Legends Type 1 Showcase Auctions. You click on it. You go to browse all items. You can hit the best match. Let's go to the highest prices first. Most of them right now are like Marilyn Monroe. A lot of Marilyn Monroe. Someone had a huge Marilyn Monroe collection. Franklin Roosevelt. I'm actually going to get my, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to screw everything up. Or maybe I can. Let's just go here. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. What's that one here? No, it's this one here. Let's see here. Full screen layout. Let me know if you can still hear me. Card Vibe, let me know if you can still hear me. I want to make sure I do this right. So make sure, because I want y'all to see the full screen. Card Vibe, do you hear me? Let me know. Here's my buddy Greg's. This is Jackie Robinson. His is at $1,200 right now. Famous shot. Number 42. See here, lots of Marilyn Monroe, guys. Lots of Marilyn Monroe. And then we have, oh, sorry, let's go back. There's some Star Trek ones I noted about the end. Oh, here's The Shadow. Remember The Shadow? I think that was a serial film that used to be shown at matinees. It was like a short. Here's like a moon landing one. Edwin Aldrin, taken by Neil Armstrong on the moon. Star Trek, more of Marilyn Monroe. Oh, here's another one of my buddy Greg, the Hindenburg. It's at 625. Here's Spock, Leonard Nimoy, one of Frankenstein from 31, Boris Karloff. Let's see what else we got here. John Lennon, Yoko Ono. Let's go to the first one. Marilyn Monroe, $8,250. This is Marilyn Monroe in sack dress by William Trevilla for Los Angeles Mirror, February 18th, 1952. And if you look down here, it'll scroll down. It says 1 minute and 56 seconds. So excuse me if I kind of screw up, but this is like one of the first times I've done something like this. I think I did it with Greg before. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit my consignments, go here. Just want to show you how it goes. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos. Good. You can hear me. Great. I'm glad you're the only person watching this with me. Because right now, even on Instagram, nobody's watching, and that's fine. It says nobody's watching. Even though I see people joined, my thing shows no one's watching. I don't know how that's the case. Someone tell me. Yeah, let's see here. So Superman is at $275. Seinfeld's at $135. We got 1 minute left. I know these are going to go extended bidding, so that's why I waited like 15 minutes before. Paul McCartney is at $130. Prince is at $150. Bono U2 is at $33. Van Halen Scorpions with the Monsters is $52. Now Edison, it was like at $1 for an entire week. I was like, man, this is going to be an epic fail, but it's at $380 right now. And the moon is at $130. So we'll see how this all goes. So just bear with me. And if you got any questions, comments, please leave some right now. Chime in with me. Let me know if you've got anything informative to share with me. Please share. If one of your photos is on this auction right now, share with us. Let me know what it is. We can look at it. If you want to look at something specific you want to follow, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's see how it's going. So this stuff is so right now my total is at $1,200. Not bad. It's a lot better than Golden. I'm sorry, but y'all suck at pop culture type 1 photos or any photos. I'm not gonna. It's a buyer's market on Golden, and it's a seller's market on Heritage. So I'm going to send my photos to Heritage as of right now. So yeah, it's extended bidding. If you look right now, extended bidding with Christopher Reeve, I think it shows if you have to click down here. It says extended bidding in progress. So we have, I'm trying to get my eyes adjusted on this laptop here. So we got 29 minutes until extended bidding. Try to fix this damn thing. And I got the sticker in Austin. If y'all see, well, I don't know, you can't see anything with mine. So let's just see how this does. So there's Christopher Reeve at $280. Cardvibe says he likes the historical aspect of these. Hope you get some late bids. I'm sure I've already got the late bids. So I was feeling pretty positive, and that's why I wanted to share with everybody about this. So let's see how it goes. I'm all over the place right now. And it's at 12.74. Let's check and see how the all the Marilyn Monroes are. Someone had a huge collection of Marilyn Monroe cards. Let's see how that's looking. So you go over here, you browse all items, and then I go highest first. So it's already taken me there. So I've already categorized all the type 1 photos that are being auctioned with Heritage right now. I've also got photos on hip hop. They just started like the other day, and they're going to end within like the end of this month. So check those out. There's a lot of cool hip hop photos that I have listed on Heritage Auction. So yeah, look at this. Lot of Marilyn Monroe stuff. And they won't tell you bidding is closed. Since I did not bid on these photos, I cannot. I'm trying to figure out this. There we go. Okay, I got the extended bidding showing on here. Let's see here. So yeah, it's a Marilyn Monroe at 2,400. If you look at here, there's another Marilyn Monroe at 1,000. So let's try to see if I can fix this with the no, I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to do the this one I just don't understand quite yet. So do highest first. So if you click in here, there we go. So the Marilyn Monroe and the potato sack from 1952 is at $8,200, $10,000 with buyer's premium. That's probably going to go for a while. I'm sure that's the highest one. If you saw the last Type 1 auction, the highest one was the Mickey Mantle from 1951 that was used for the 51 Bowman card, and also it was cropped and used for the 1953 Topps card as well. Beautiful Marilyn Monroe in the John Louise gown, Madison Square Garden. It's at $6,100. That's a really beautiful one of her. That's great. Her hair looks good. Her first shawl looks good, or whatever you call it. Oh, here's one from the 7-Year Itch. It's at $3,200. Another great photo of hers. Franklin D. Roosevelt at 1,700. Look at him looking out, going, what the hell is gone with this country? This is him coming back to the future. Marilyn Monroe again. Norma Jean one on the seafront at Avalon. I think that's in Catalina on the island. If you've ever been on Catalina Island, I've been probably in that same spot where she has been before. It's at $2,400. Oh, that's a really old one. This is back when she was Norma Jean, 1942. So there's some photos of her from a long time ago. Jackie Robinson. Definitely, these things are even on Heritage, even though this is a seller, more friendly to the seller. These are still stills because people do not know about how great these and rare these photos are. They're classified as memorabilia. $1,200 with 25 minutes left. Here's another one. This was during Kennedy's birthday when she sung Happy Birthday to Kennedy, President Kennedy, 1962 at $2,100. There she is right there in the center, if you can see that. Marilyn Monroe again at 1,000. I think again as Norma Jean, her real name. 1942 with some sailors and a sailor holding a baby at 1,000. Oh, here she is kissing Joe DiMaggio when they got married in 1954. Only 825 folks. Beautiful Hall of Famer and two living legends, or dead legends, sorry. Here she is on Bus Stop 1956 with Joshua Logan, $825. Let's see if we can see The Shadow. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty cool photo, actually. $775. 1940 was a serial that they showed before the films, because before there was TV, like the Three Stooges, the Little Rascals, things like that. Those were serials. Those were shown before the full feature movies. So you would see a couple of those, then see the feature film. Here is the moon landing one that was taken by Neil Armstrong of Aldred, $925. So, of course, these are hot items. So another one of Marilyn Monroe, the John Louise gown. This is a smaller one on her way to sing Happy Birthday for President Kennedy. $825, folks. So this photo, what's so cool about this is that this was taken, like that photographer was there, right there in front of Marilyn Monroe, taking that picture, then probably going home that night into his apartment or his house or wherever he lived, going into one of his rooms or in the basement or a closet somewhere in this dark room, getting all the chemicals, dipping this, making this photo so he can get this out to the press the next day, because that's how these people got paid. You know, you couldn't send it through the internet. You had to send it through the wire. So he probably took it to the AP, UPI wire, whoever, and it became a wire photo, and it probably had a caption. So if you look at the back, let's look at the back. So you see the photo by Elaine Kozlik. So that's the photographer. You see the wet stamp on it, and it may put a sticker that has a caption of what this photo was about, where it was, and then it was kind of like a fax. It was called a wire, which was kind of like an early fax machine, and it cost a lot of money. It took a lot of time to get that sent to the press the next day, and then they all shared it around the country, around the world, and everything else like that. This is a cool one. The full cast of Star Trek, $654. This is from 66, 7x9 inches. Really cool. $654. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to blow this up if you can see it. And there's nothing on this one. And that's very risky to get that slab, because that could have been a fake. But luckily, PSA may have some reference stuff to know that this was a type 1 photo. They probably gave it like a window time. So they put, 67 to 68. And it says cast of Star Trek original series, National Broadcasting System, which is CBS. And that's a type 1. But a lot of times, I actually had a Jane Mansfield that got rejected. Card Vibe, what he's asking here, how many copies of each type 1 photos are there? No one knows. I mean, there could be one, there could be 100. I doubt if there's 100, but I'm saying it's possible. That's possible that there could be 5. No one knows. It's just because, understand, guys, these are handmade like a cake. You have to these have to bake. These are chemicals. It's not like digital photos where you just make copies and send hundreds and multiples out. You're actually in a dark room processing, developing these with chemicals, timing them, because the photographer wants to time them to make sure that the whites look white, the blacks, the grays, everything is timed. And that's why usually most of type 1 photos, or any type of photos, are black and white, because they were used for publication, for the press to get those out. And color photos were not friendly to send through wire to the press. So make sure you had the best contrast, or the best color, or so to speak, color. You want to use black and white and shades of gray. So to get the best development that was more friendly, and it's easier to get those developed. It's more friendly to develop, more friendly for publication, more friendly to send through the wire. That's why, even to this day, photos like these are black and white, because they're easy for publication and press. So let me get through here. Let's see here. Let me back in here. Let me just figure how this, if I can get myself back in. Oops, there we go again. Okay, can you see me? Tommy, can you hear me? Can you feel me? Let's go back and see how everything is doing. Let's go back and see how I am doing. I'm just winging this. It's a lot of fun. My first time doing something like this. So right now, if you see here, I am at 1380. Let me just sit here. I've been talking the last 2 days like nonstop. If you know me, I talk endlessly. And these are pretty good. I love this liquid depth. These peach teas. These teas are really good. So right now my Superman is at and I think almost, yeah, everything I have right now, I knew everything. All my photos are extended bidding. So that is good news. My I'll just show you how the Superman. I'd love to show you the Superman one. Let me show the Superman one. This is probably one of my favorites. This is Christopher Reeve, Type 1 photo, taken in 1980, developed in 1980. Nice and clean on the front. And you'll see like the white borders. Most type people were trying to argue with me that Type 1 photos or type photos must have a white border. That isn't true. It's just because the this card stock, the photo stock that they use is white, and they just like to use that as a frame because a lot of times they like to have that white border for editorial marks on it. So when they put that in the paper, there's a lot of times you're going to see like red, blue, black marks on the white borders, and that's used for editorial purposes for newspapers. So look at the back here. There's someone wrote on here, probably the photographer, movie Superman 2, 1980. This is an archives number, this AA015630. That was the archive number. You see a stamp on here that has Superman 2 with a DC Comics trademark. And it says 78, 1980, because I don't know if you know, Richard Donner was the director of Superman, and they shot like they do a lot of the movies, like they did Dune and Star Wars and what other movies, like back, or the Avengers movies, like back to back. As soon as he finished production on Superman 1, he went straight into Superman 2 to get that ready, since he had all the actors. They just went and shot 2 films like simultaneously. They didn't wait like another year. They were already hoping or intending that Superman first one was going to be a success. If it had flopped, that would have been really bad news for them. Fortunately, Superman 1 and 2 was a huge success. And then you'll see some other photographer notes here. I guess they have super pics. I don't know what that's about. And then you see a clip from one of the newspapers, the show. The caption, this was the caption that they used for all the newspapers to describe this photo and talk about the super sequel. So this went all over the newspapers, all over the country. And then you see a wet stamp on here that's dated. It has December, looks like December 30th. Can't see, in 1982. Oh, because this is when they used it for HBO. Sorry. So this was an article for it when it debuted on HBO 2 years later. So that was within 2 years of the time frame of the photo. So that makes it Type 1. If that came out in 1983, unfortunately, that would have been a Type 2 photo. So luckily, that was within the 2-year time frame. So hope that makes some kind of sense to you all. So let's see how everybody is doing here. So Card5, does that kind of help? And they do not do a pop count on photos. I wish they did, but they probably never had any intention to do it. So no one knows. But let me tell you, it's probably less than a handful. There's probably only 1 or 2 photos of this photo at the most. But that's just a speculation. There's no guarantee. Nothing I say is don't take me seriously or whatever, or unseriously, or who knows. It's a guessing game. I'm sure the photographer doesn't even know how many they made. Let's see here. So we're at 290. We're at 135 on the Seinfeld. We're on 130 on the Paul McCartney. Let's check out the Prince one. So Prince is at 150 right now with 20 minutes left. This was taken when he was in, I think, London or France at the Lyceum. I think London. See, this is called a wet stamp. So if you read the information, they talk about wet stamps. If you look on the back, that means they had a stamp and they put the press stamp on the back, and it probably might have the photographer's info or the archivist. So the London Features International were the archivists for this photo after the photo. So they probably hired the photographer to go say, hey, sir, it says here, Prince at the Lyceum, London, June 1981. It's an 8x6 London Features International original press photograph. So whoever the photographer was went out, took this photo of Prince in London. This is during the Dirty Mind 1981 tour. Then he sold it to London International. London International now owns the rights to this photo, and they archived this photo. So they had the original photo after the photographer. They took the picture from him. So what's vintage? Here we go. Thank you, Vintage Collector. There's no known print run. Correct. But there's believed to be only a handful of type 1s. Yeah. So exactly, because understand, you've got to make a photograph like you bake a cake. You've got to wait for it. I haven't made a photo in a dark room, developed a photo in a dark room in like 30 years. I think I took a class back in like 1990 at Tennessee. And so I can't remember does anyone know how long it takes to develop a photo in a dark room? Like photos that we're looking at right now. If you know, I need a photographer expert on here who still develops film. I don't know. I do not know. I'd like to know how long it takes, but it takes a while. I mean, you just don't do it in like 10 seconds. So and it was expensive, folks. I mean, to have all that equipment, to have the cardstock, to have all those chemicals, your time, to set that room up in your apartment or your house, it takes a while. So they're not going to sit there and just make hundreds and hundreds of these photos. They're only going to make 2 or 3 because they want to get that out. They make money, and then they're off to the next subject to take photos of. This photographer is not going to just sit there like, oh, I've got a photo of Prince. I'm going to make thousands and sell these for hundreds of dollars I'm going to become a millionaire. No, they probably like made 1 or 2 photos, kept one for themselves, probably gave the other one to London International, like that Prince photo, or especially like this Thomas Edison one. This Thomas Edison one, what we have, 13 minutes. It's at $450. So let's take a look at it. Okay. So I'm going to put this back in full screen again. So give me a second here. I'm going to put this back in the full screen layout. So here is the Thomas Edison one. And it's from Bain's News Service. So that was who archived this. Whoever the photographer was went out and took this picture of Thomas Edison. Imagine 1916, how hard it was and how expensive it was to make that photo. It was expensive, folks. So there's probably only 1 or 2 at the most of these photos. I mean, don't lock in my words, but more than likely there's only 1 or 2 because it was so expensive in that time. 1916. Look at the back of this. Check this out, guys. So look out. There's a bunch of wet stamps, some stuff marked on here, and then modern days. Of course, they didn't have barcodes back in 1916. So whoever the modern archivist was had some barcodes on here and kept it, and decided finally to let's just sell the damn thing. So let's see how I'm doing again. Go back here. So I'm at 1446 total for my photos. We're at 11 minutes, guys. The Superman's at 290. The Seinfeld's at 151. The Paul McCartney with Wings is 155. Prince is at 150 with 9 minutes left. Bono of U2, that's the disappointing one. I think because Heritage and I overlooked it, they didn't write in U2. It's at 33. Wah, wah, wah. And I'm really shocked about Van Halen and the Scorpions. That's a beautiful one. Let's take a look at it, shall we? It's slow, but this photo tells 1,000 stories. You even see King Kong in the background holding a microphone singing what's one of the songs? If This Ain't Love or whatever it is. Straight to the heart. Dun, 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 this. Tell me why can't this be love? Okay, that's it. And now I just lost money on that photo. So this photo was taken in 1988, March 22nd. Van Halen, the Scorpions, rock groups at a press conference for Van Halen's Monsters of Rock tour at Universal Studios at Universal City in Los Angeles. This photo was by Steve Granitz. That's his wet stamp. Steve Granitz did a lot of great concert photos in Los Angeles at the time. I forgot who he was hired by. I forget who was hired by. It says there, but I can't read anything. But there was a lot of people who had this very similar wet stamp that took a lot of concert photos back in the 80s. So if you see like the Steve Grants or any photos with a wet stamp like that on eBay or wherever you're looking at, if it's a raw, it's pretty much 99.9% of the time it's going to be a type 1 photo, guys. And that's pretty much a giveaway. So a lot of times I buy a lot of stuff from Steve Granitz and a lot of other people that have a stamp and a little like clipping like that, little information clipping, caption clipping. The moon's at 165, which exceeds my expectations. I thought this would maybe sell at $10 or $20. But I think I didn't realize it had the man and the moon on it. PSA overlooked that. I wish they had put face of the moon on the label. If you see his like sunglasses, his eyes, his nose, it looks like the moon guy from McDonald's, Mac the Knife there. Let's see what Vintage Collector has to say. He said, music photos are highly undervalued. So true. Thank you, Vintage Collector. I've bought a number of Type 1 Michael Jackson Kodak photos. Oh, yeah, I'll show you some later after these auctions end. I have some cool-ass Polaroid photos that were taken by Jim Britt that I bought that were Polaroid test photos. So after he did shot with a 35 millimeter film, or after he took the test photo, or before he shot with a 35 millimeter, but because there was no way to do test, he used a Polaroid camera. And when that got developed, he looked at it to make sure that the lighting was to his, his approval. Everything looked good. Oh my God. One of my photos has been outbid. And when I was trying to win on some other guys. And but these Polaroids also are Type 1 photos. So I sent one in. You can see it on my Instagram. It's a Type 1 photo. Polaroid Insta camera photo is also still considered a Type 1 photo as well. And even puts like Polaroid Insta photo or whatever like that, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back and see how everything is. And if you look on the back of the moon, there's some writing, not much, but it does say February 1979 here. It says moon. Boy, oh boy, it says the moon. Let's see how we're doing. I am up at 1446. Let's see how Merlin and the rest of the girls are doing. Shall we? Merlin in the potato sack. She's our highest bidder. She's at 9,500. So this is the highest bidding Type 1 photo in this auction as of right now. It's extended bidding. I'm sure this will go. Who knows? I don't know how long these extended bidding things go for. Who knows? We will find out. I think it just keeps going until someone bids. So this thing could go all night. It's kind of like a strong man, Iron Man kind of thing. Whoever is really tired. So this is better for people who are on the West Coast versus East Coast. For people who have to go to bed and go to work tomorrow, I feel sorry for them. And I've actually have done stuff like that. I've actually won some photos while visiting on the East Coast and was up till 2 or 3 in the morning. I was exhausted. I'm like, God, the West Coast people really are more fortunate. Let's see how the John Louise gown or the shawl is. It's at $8,200 with 30 minutes left. So the extended bidding on the Merlins have gone up. See, these are a little different. Do you see that? The Merlin row of the John Louise fur is at 29 minutes, whereas the Merlin potato sack is at 19. Maybe when someone makes another bid on that item, it extends the time. Maybe, who knows? So mine's at 1456. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, guys. So it looks like Prince, Bono, and Van Halen, and even Superman, they're at like less than 5 minutes right now. Excuse me. Let's look at Prince. It's at $150. Let's just kind of follow it as of right now. It's at 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, Adrian, thank you, man. You too, much better connection. Yeah, you know, Instagram only lasts like an hour. Adrian, good to see you, buddy. Card Vibe, it's good to see everyone else. We got 5 people. I know everybody's probably, it's Sunday night. It's not the most funnest thing in the world. So excuse me. I'm just going back and forth with this. It's a lot of fun. So let's see how this does. Can y'all see that right now? Let me know. So you see, yeah, it says $150 with buyer's premium. It's $199 with 2 minutes left. This is a freaking steal. One of the earliest Type 1 photos I've ever been able to find of Prince. This is 2 years after his debut. I think this is his second album, Dirty Mind. This was his European tour after that album release. Thanks, Adrian. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. We'll see. A lot better than Golden. So if you're trying to sell on Golden, don't give them your Type 1 photos. But if you're buying and looking on Golden, buy. I bought a lot of great Type 1 photos on Golden for a steal, man. Oh, Adrian says his Elvis sold for $100 on eBay. Why did you sell it? Why didn't you give it to Heritage Auctions? Now, the only thing about Heritage, it takes after the auction ends. That's the only good. The good thing about Golden is as soon as someone pays Golden, you get that within like, I think, a week or two or something like that. You get pretty fast your payment. We got 57 seconds, guys, on this Prince. We'll see how it does. But with Heritage, it takes 45 days after the auction ends to get paid. So if you need money right away and you don't have any patience, then Heritage isn't the place for you. But if you want the most premium payment for your pop culture memorabilia, then Heritage is the way, but you need to have patience, folks. If you can wait 45 days, if you're not in like serious debt, you don't need the money right away, then Heritage is good. Yeah, see, Adrian doesn't like waiting 45 days, 2 months for it to get paid. Let's see if this gets extended. Otherwise, I have bit the pillow on this one, as they say. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. That is. So someone just won my Prince photo. I mean, it's not the most action-packed photo, but it's still, that sucked. Oh well, it's lesson learned. Lesson learned. Let's see how we did here. Well, it says extended bidding, but yeah, see, that ended. There we go. You win some, you lose some, right? I'm trying to figure out. Let's see how the Bono one did. It ended at 33. It looks like it's still going, but I don't know how this damn thing works. If anybody knows. I thought it ended, but it says extended bidding still. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, folks. Vintage Collector. Oh, what's it say here? Vintage Collector says, yeah, eBay is never the best place for photos. No, people don't even, I don't get any views. I don't get any, I don't get anything, guys, on eBay. I don't get watchers, nothing. I don't think, but yet on Heritage, I feel like the vultures are waiting for Type 1 photos. They are very hungry. Thankfully, I have a few other copies of it. Oh, what'd you say here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, eBay is never the best place for photos. I feel like the market is still in its infancy. That is so true. I lost a Barry Bonds Type 1 photo rookie and barely got enough to even ship it. Yeah, Yeah, eBay is not the place yet. The market does not know shit, excuse my French, about type photos. Let's see how we do here. I'm still don't quite understand. So anyway, let's just go back and look and see how Merlin and them are doing. I'm sure they're doing a lot better than mine. So if you got some Merlin rows, you have I'm sorry, let's go over here. Let's see here. Let's see how Merlin, the highest priced one, the Marilyn Monroe, the sack dress, it's already ended. Oh no, but see, I don't, dude. Look at this thing. I think there's a glitch. It says bidding is closed. Oh, extended bidding ends in 12 minutes. Okay, so regular bidding, that's what it is. Right, bidding is closed. Is it? Who knows about these things? They need to fix their interface. So extended bidding ends in 12 minutes and 51 seconds. But I guess regular bidding is closed is what it means. Extended bidding ends. That's exactly what it means. Extended bidding ends in 12 minutes. Okay, I got you. I got you. So it's got 12 minutes. It's at $9,500. So yeah, sometimes I'm learning this as I go along. So bear with me, folks. The Marilyn Monroe with the John Louise gown going to John F. Kennedy's birthday party is at $8,200 so the buyer's premium. So the buyer would have to pay $10,312.50 total if this auction ends as of right now. But fortunately for the seller, it's got over 25 minutes left. So that's what it is right now. So maybe I'm not out of it yet. Okay. Let's see how I'm doing. I think some of these aren't all ending at the same time, and that may have confused me. So bear with me. Bear with me. Peace and love. Peace and love. I might put myself. I can put myself in here. There we go. Y'all see me? What's Vintage Collector says, hey, good thing is a ton of bargains to be found on eBay as a buyer. That is so true, Vintage Collector. It's a great buying time right now for memorabilia people who are into these photos, sports, pop culture, historical. This is the best time right now. This is the golden hour, as the great curator says. This is time to go down to the creek, get your pants, and start panning for gold, folks, because this is a great time to pan for the gold. The gold is the photos. Get it while you can before it's too late. And it's also even slab stuff going on to Heritage, going on to Golden, Pristine, to what's the other auctions? Memory Lane, all these other auction houses. It's a great time. REA, I think is that the right name? It's a great time to find the stuff. Even slab, man, you find a still, guys. So let's look for this stuff. I'm gonna get back out because I gotta take some medicine here. Let's see what else we have here. So on my Superman, it says proxy bidding is closed. So that might be it, guys. Yep, that is it. So, dude, that is a steal. The Superman sold for $290. That is it. Buyer's premium, $362. Am I a little disappointed? Yeah, as a seller, yeah. Did I lose money? No. And that's fine. It's just like I said, it's an experiment. I'm trying to see what works, what don't. This stuff is all new territory. It's a new game for everybody, for me, for you all, even probably the person who bought this. I'm sure this person probably everybody knows that's my photo and they hate me and they just don't want to buy it knowing that's my photo. So they're probably going to turn around and sell this on Heritage and make $2,900 on it down the road. But yeah, good for them. They have every right to. I can't get mad at them. So I wish them all the best. Congratulations on that win. Here we go. So that one sold for $209. 200, yeah, $290. That is ended the Christopher Reeve one. So congratulations. The Prince one, again, yeah, it's just sold for $150. Yeah, 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 yeah. Great, great, great. Let's see what else. Oh, look at that. Boy, what a steal. And guys, remember, it probably cost me $100 for the photo, and it definitely cost me over 100. It cost around 100. It cost $109 total to get it slabbed and authenticated and shipped and service. It cost $109 per photo to get it authenticated and slabbed. So it cost me $209 for this photo, $52. So did I lose money on this? Yeah. Did I lose money on the prints? Yes, I lost money on the prints. I lost money on the Bono. I lost money, $33. What a steal. That costs, yeah, I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of freaking money. Thomas Edison, I won a little money. I did pretty good on it. Not great. I wish these listings didn't end on a Sunday night. Oh well, that's okay. It's an experiment, but I'm trying to get this out. I'm trying to get people to learn and educate people. What right now I think is to educate people on these things. Why would I spend this much money on these photos? How rare? So the thing is, you may have to lose a little to win some more money down the road. That's just the name of the game. And I can deal with it for right now. If this kept happening, I'm gonna hold off. So right now, my winning bids are tallied at 1461. Oh well. Let's see what Vintage Collector says. Vintage Collector, I strongly feel photographs are the future. Hopefully that's a good sign for the future of the photographic market. Of course, not every photo is equal, but it's an exciting time to be a buyer. So true, Vintage Collector. So true. So true. Vintage Collector says, I meant to say the Monroes are doing well. Hopefully that's a good sign for the future of the market. Yeah, man. Go find some there. I had that Marilyn Monroe from 47, the pinup one. Dude, I made a lot of money on that one. I spent $200 on that photo. I spent $100 to get it slabbed and authenticated. I put it up for $2,000, your best offer. It sold within 30 minutes. Someone just bought it outright for $2,000. Thank God I was driving, could not make a counter offer. Maybe I usually do. That's the name of the game. But luckily I didn't, and someone bought it for $2,000. But I think Marilyn Monroe's do very well. The super famous Hall of Fame, the GOATs of vintage, like Jackie Robinson, Mickey Mantle, Michael Jordan, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Lou Gehrig, all the famous people, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic, Old Bird, like maybe the rookie cards or the rookie photos or photos from the rookie cards. They tend to do very well. It's a crapshoot right now. You just got to see what works, what doesn't work. I think I could have probably now have done better with the Superman. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to get my feet wet, my fingers wet, trying to see what platform does the best for me. I have to understand this is my first time at this rodeo, my first time at the rodeo, and just kind of pick and choose and see what does better. Do I do it on auctions? Do I do it through Instagram? Do I do it through eBay? Do I sell them at shows, at sports card shows, at collectible shows, memorabilia shows? I don't know. It's all new territory for me, so I'm learning, and that's quite okay. The Thomas Edison one sold at $450. Let's see here. The Paul McCartney's still going. I'm surprised about that one. The Seinfeld one. Let's see how the Marilyn Monroe did. Okay, shall we? Let's go back to it. So you got to click into this thing with, and then you click here, and then you go to browse all items, and then you go highest price first. So it's still going extended bidding. The potato sack one, it's at 11,500, or with buyer's premium, it's going to cost the buyer $14,375 with 22 minutes to go. Okay, so there it is. So that's the highest Type 1 photo as of right now. The John Louise first shawl, it's catching up with the potato sack one. And truly, this is one of my favorites. I think she looks gorgeous in this photo. I mean, her hair, everything's perfect on here. Everything. And I think that's why that's such an iconic time when she sung the happy birthday. She's gorgeous. It's a historical event. It was a pop culture event still going on. So we'll see how that one ends. Here's when she was Norma Jean on Catalina Island off the coast of LA. It's at 2,400. So we got a big drop. But it was 1942. Still, yeah. Here is Franklin Roosevelt, $1,700 for Franklin. For FDR, my buddy Greg Mishka, Greg's Fun Shop, 1505 with 2 minutes left of Jackie Robinson. The moon landing that was taken by Neil Armstrong of Aldred. Dude, look how cheap this is, guys. $1,150. That's it, or $1,400 with buyer's premium. 7 minutes left, guys. I mean, there's probably only 1 or 2 of these photos in existence. That's it. This is basically a one of one. And this could have been lost in someone's garbage can. Who knows if it's even exists, the other one this may be it. That's it, guys. But no one knows. I guarantee you there's not 100 of them. I guarantee you there's not 2 dozen of them. I'm pretty positive. I'm willing to put money on it. But I really don't have much money right now because my auction didn't do well. Here is Marilyn Monroe with her other husband, Arthur Miller, the playwright. This is a snapshot. Good example of a snapshot. This was just a candid photo taken, Type 1, 1960s. You see the wet print here. 3 minutes left at just $1,000, guys. 1,300. 2 very famous people, Arthur Miller and Marilyn Monroe. Let's see how the Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio. Let's look at this, folks. 870. Look at that great kiss photo of them. I mean, gosh, 23 minutes left. I think this makes me more angrier than my own photos. This is ridiculous. This is a still, guys. And just think about it. Cards are mass produced. There's thousands of cards made, and they're made from these photos. Do you not understand? They're made from these photos. You can't have a baseball card or any card or what other memorabilia that has a photo on it without that photo, guys. Oh, my gosh. Woo! Let's see how the Star Trek ones are doing. Look here. Here's the full cast getting beamed up, guys. Beamed up. $775, $968 buyer's premium. Look at that. Great photo. William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and the rest of the cast. Great iconic shot. Full cast. Oh. The Hindenburg. This Hindenburg just ended. The Hindenburg right before it exploded. I don't know. I think right before it exploded. Who knows? I can't remember. They tell the whole story down here. Hindenburg above the U.S. flag over airfield, 1936-37, 5x7. But this is the famous Hindenburg that exploded, $625. Highway robbery. Oh, woo, woo. Yeah, I'm getting more upset about other people's photos than my own. Woo. My girl. Okay, I'll be quiet, hon. I'll be quiet. Sorry. So she's trying to watch the Tom Brady roast right now. Oh my gosh. I need a Xanax, folks. I need a Xanax. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. Vintage collector. Wow, good profit. Yeah, maybe. Yo, on the Maryland Row, I did. But like I said, it's new. This is going to happen. I've got to understand. I've got to take the grades sometimes. But I knew I'm a guinea pig. I'm going to be the guinea pig for you all. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this right now for content for y'all to understand about type 1 photos, trying to educate you all. This is more than just about making profits. As you can see, I'm not really making profits as of right now. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you tally up. I got all these slabs that already cost me $800. So take the $800. So let's pretend 800, then another 800 for each photo. Pretend each photo is $100. Then each slab is $100. That cost me $1,600. So right now I am under $200 as we speak. So right now I'm losing money right now. I could have done better selling these on myself on eBay or selling it at a show or Instagram. But it's lesson learned. Lesson learned. I'm not going to get mad at Heritage because Heritage did everything they could. They promoted the hell out of my photos. They promoted the hell out of everybody else's photos. They preview them for like a month. They auctioned them for a month, so I cannot get upset with Heritage. I can't say they didn't do their part. They did their part, folks. It's just people just didn't want them. That's it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The Seinfeld one sold for $151. I mean, I bought these photos like over a year ago. Over a year ago. It was all new to me. I didn't know what the hell. I didn't even know these were type 1 photos when I bought these guys. I didn't even know. And that's okay. And that's why I sent these out. I knew these were going to be my guinea pigs when I did this. I would say my last auction, I did a lot better. My atomic bomb did great. My Oppenheimer did amazing. My first spacewalk did beautifully. It was beautiful, beautiful. Is there anything else you want to look at, guys, while I'm on here? Vintage Collector says, I will definitely see that the photos will do good slab, even on eBay. My problem is that I've yet to slab any of mine. I've got hundreds of them still not slabbed, Vintage Collector. I've got hundreds of them because, like I said, it costs $100. It takes a month or two to get them back. And so it takes time. It takes time. And then it takes several months to get them listed and live on auctions as well. But don't get mad at Heritage Auctions. I cannot, and don't you all. They do a great job with their pop culture stuff. They do. It could be Sunday night. Who knows? There's all kinds of variables that could cause this. They may not like my shit. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's okay. They may know they're mine and hate me and don't want to bet on them. They don't want me to reach rewards. They may have a hacker on here, some hacker somewhere else on here hacking me. Who knows? Who knows? So, guys, I have the man on the moon. So right now, my Superman ended at $290. My Seinfeld ended at $151. My Paul McCartney ended at $155. My Prince at $150. Let's go back here real quick. At a stage, my Bono ended at a disappointing $33. My Yes, my Van Halen 52. So everybody hates Van Halen, obviously. They hate Bono. They hate, well, they like the Thomas Edison that did pretty well. And the Man in the Moon is still going. So got one more. I'll stay till it. In the time being, let me go over here. I'm going to share with you guys while I'm at it. I've got some hip hop stuff coming up. It just started the other day. I think it's already doing better than my other photos that day. Right now it's at $62. I have Tone Loc. It's already started at $1. This is from 1989. Tone Loc at Madison Square Garden. Great one. I love the hat and his glass. It says Tone Loc. You see the wet stamp on the back. But I thought this was a great shot. I bought it. I got it slabbed. I got that out in time to send to Heritage. This is free, even though this is a Type 3, it's at $2 already with how much days left? 20 days left, guys. 20 days. It's got 25 people tracking it. 164 views. So that's pretty good. What's great about this? This is a Type 3 publicity photo of the Beastie Boys, 1985. This is pretty much their rookie photo. I say that in quotes, rookie photo. This is their first publicity photo from Def Jam Recordings. I forgot who the photographer was. It says here on the side. Nothing on the back. But this is like one of the earliest professional photos from the Beastie Boys. But look at this. This is classic. Them on the edge of the water with this giant boombox on top of the car. I think it's an Impala. I'm not sure. It looks like Impala. I can't tell what that symbol is. But, dude, great photo. Just a great, I mean, I think this will, for a publicity photo, I think this will really do well. I have high hopes for it. I really do, guys. I have high hopes. But this one, this is the creme de la creme. Beastie Boys, 1987 at War Memorial, Type 1 original photo by Harry Diorio. And here they are throwing beer at the crowd. I love how, what's his face? I can't even think right now. I'm tired, sorry. He has the White Castle t-shirt on, you know, because they rapped about White Castle all the time since these guys were from New York. I mean, they were I was not 17 years old when they performed, when License to Ill came out. But man, yeah, Adam wearing the and holding a Budweiser can. Great shot. Still 20 days left at $31, but I have high hopes for it. If that underperforms, I just give up, guys. And oh, here's another one of my favorites at $25. 1988 Run DMC. This is when they wore the Raiders black bomber jackets and the top hats, the round bowler hats, and the gazelle glasses and the chains. One of my favorites, you know, a great photo. I love this photo. I look for a photo like this. I looked hours. I mean, people don't understand. I spent hours looking for this photo until I found it. And I found all this stuff. I think this was an import. So it already cost me an arm and a leg to get this photo. Imported from London. You see the wet stamp on the top left. You see the wet stamp archived at the bottom. Great photo. Iconic photo. Oh. Whew. Yeah. This one also is one, it doesn't have any bids yet, but oh my gosh, look at this one. Here they are, Run DMC on the side of the helicopter, about to land on the rooftop or at the concert in France. Here they are hanging out at the edge of the helicopter. New York, Retina was the archivist. But man, look at that. Type 1 photo. And I think it says Run DMC used a helicopter in the iconic music video for the song Walk This Way, a collaboration with Aerosmith. This video shot in New York City was released in '86 and is famous for symbolic breaking down a wall between the genres of rock and hip hop. In the video, there's a memorable scene featuring a helicopter, which adds to the high energy, dynamic feel of the collaboration. The video played a significant role in bringing hip hop to a wider audience. It is considered a milestone in history of the genre. See, man, look what Heritage Auction. Look at that story they just gave my photo. That's more than I even knew. Thank you, Heritage, for telling a story. That's what it's all about. Telling a story. This photo tells a story. People don't understand. This is not just a piece of cardboard or a card, or this photo tells a story. And that photographer was right there facing that helicopter. See, you understand? They were there. They were present for this photo, to take this photo. They saw this happen. Then they go home or their apartment or their hotel room or wherever they had to go to their office, and got this photo developed using 35 millimeter. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but man. Oh, here's another one. These are the cassette tapes. Remember Two Live Crew? Nasty as they want to be and as clean as they want to be. Great photo, man. Great photo. Another one of Two Live Crew at the VMA Awards. Well, here's the Type 3. Here's a great one of MC Hammer with James Brown in 1991, promoting the James Brown pay-per-view tour. And I think MC Hammer was at the Wheel Turn, right down the street from where I live, guys, right down the street, when Hammer was on fire. Two icons. Here is one of the first professional photos, breakthrough, Type 3. Digital photos are Type 3, considered Type 3. That digital, I don't think digital photos could be Type 1. But here is all the 4 original members of Destiny's Child. Here you see Beyonce on the far right. She's not even, just a couple years later, the woman had to be the center of the group. She was the group. They knew she was going to be the mega star that she is today. Look at here. She was very humble back then. I mean, she's on the far right, guys. She's on the far right. 1998. 1998. Here is a publicity photo of Destiny's Child, still 1998. But here he is. They figured out. Here is Beyonce in the front and center. Sony Music, Type 3 publicity photo. Try finding some of these, guys. Try finding these. Here's pretty much Eminem's rookie publicity photo from 1999, guys, from Aftermath Interscope Records. Famous, iconic photo taken by the famous, what's his name, photographer, Daniel Hastings, guys. He did a lot of hip-hop album covers. Oh, man, imagine finding the Type 1 of this photo. Oh, so let's go back and see it. So that's just my hip-hop photos. They end in, 20 days. But, man, iconic stuff, guys. Iconic. So, look at this. My Moonwind, my Type 1, is doing the best. I thought this would do the least of them all. $190, $239 of a buyer's premium. Beautiful, clean photo. Let's take a look at it. Great photo. Face of the moon. See the face? And it just says moon on back. But great photo, guys. Let's go and see how Norma Jean's doing. Let's see how y'all are at, what questions y'all were asking. Vintage collector, advice to others watching, don't sleep on Type 2 or Type 3 photos. Yeah, right? Definitely some nice Beastie Boy photos. Thank you, buddy. This stuff is like art. Yeah, I'm trying to tell people that. That's why I'm doing this. Guys, I am being your guinea pig right now. That's why I'm doing this. I am taking the grenade for you guys. I am taking the grenade. I'm experimenting here. I'm trying to see what works, what doesn't. I may have gotten lucky with everything, or I may have been an epic fail with it all. I don't know. That's why I wanted to share this live auction with you guys. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm definitely not getting paid. And I'm about to head to London. So I'm leaving Wednesday to go to London. I just finished a 2-day show in Orange County. So I came straight here from the show to do this with you guys. I haven't even eaten yet. I haven't even eaten. because I wanted to share with you all. Vintage Collector, very significant Run DMC photo. Very cool. Yeah, because after that, they got very cheesy. Type 3 photos are just as cool and as rare as Type 1. Yeah, I want to show you real quick. I want to show you the cheesy, and then we'll go back to Marilyn Monroe and see how she's doing. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. I'm gonna go back out and just use the layout again. Let's see here. Hip Hop Showcase. I want to show you this funny photo. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is right here. Y'all missed this one. But a few years later, look at these outfits Run DMC's wearing. This is 1991. They're at an awards show. It could have been Soul Train. Let's see what it is. And again, if you notice this wet stamp, again, it's very similar to the Steve Granite's wet stamp, because I think they were hired by the same wire people to send out stuff in LA. So he was another concert photographer and award like music photographer in the Los Angeles area. And you notice it's the same format as Steve Granite's. And then the sticker on the here as well, the caption, 1991. But man, I loved back when Run DMC was more gangsta. Maybe back, if you watch New Jack City, I think New Jack City came around the same time. But even though that's a very gangsta film, but back in those days, they wore really funny outfits then. Remember, it was a lot of like, everything was more bigger and baggier and puffier because of MC Hammer, the puffy pants and the puffy hat. But they just look awkward, these outfits. Unfortunately, they did not look comfortable in these outfits as they did in the Raiders outfits or the outfits they wore like in '86, like Walk This Way and Rock Box and all that. I love the look then. But man, they do not look comfortable in these outfits. But in the Raiders outfits, they owned it, man. They owned it. Where is that outfit? I just want to compare. Look at that. Oh, they look comfortable in those outfits. They made it work. They look good. They made it look good. And I wanted to look like that too. I wanted to have those gazelles. I wanted to have that bowler hat as a kid. I wanted to have a bomber jacket too. Man, yeah. I mean, they were my idols. Them and Beastie Boys. Man, that's just my opinion. I mean, what do y'all think about those outfits? That's just 3 years later down the road. Okay, let's go see how my auction's doing right now. Let's see how Maryland's doing. So we'll go over to the Man in the Moon. 1471. The Man in the Moon's at $190. Let's see how Marilyn Monroe's doing. Browse all items. She still has 27 minutes left. Does she? Is it moving? Yeah, she does. So the potato sack's at $12,000. $12,000. Doing great. So that's what you got to look for. So I'm sharing with you guys what to look for, what to go look after. See Marilyn Monroe here. See the back of it. That one's clean. That's risky. That's risky when you see a clean back like that. I would not normally do. I would highly advise not to send that in, because if it's a fake, if it's a reprint, or if they cannot identify because there's not enough DNA on the back, because I have a Jane Mansfield, and I'll share that with you when I get back from Europe, that they said it's a real photo, but unfortunately they could not, there was not enough DNA for them to really get specific with the dates or anything, so they had to reject my photo. But luckily, because of that, they refunded me. But most of the time, when they think it's a reprint or something else like that, they will not refund you, and they will charge you the $50. So you can't just send in 100 photos and expect them all to get slapped. If those 50 photos are fake, reprints, or whatever, you're going to get charged for it, and they're not going to slab it. And you're screwed. You're screwed. You're out. You're in the gutter. Here's the Marilyn Monroe 7-year itch. It's the third highest right now at $3,200. Doing great. Let's see how my friend Greg's is doing. Oh, let's see how the other one, Marilyn Monroe, singing in the back, 2,400. Oh, here's Greg's. Oh, his closed out at 1,505. Jackie Robinson, June 26, 1954. How old is that, guys? That is 70 years ago. 70 years ago. Jackie Robinson reaches home plate versus St. Louis Cardinals. New York Times, guys. $1,500, over $1,800 of buyer's premium. Look at the back there. You see the wet stamps on the back. Even has the wet archive stamp on the back too. What a steal, guys. What a steal. If you're a Jackie Robinson fan or whatever, I don't know. Should I send more photos in right now? Like, what should I do? I'm in a tug of war right now. Should I send more in or should I hold on to my photos? What should I do? Let's see how the start. Oh, look at that. The full cast of Star Trek from 1966 sold with a buyer's premium at $968. The buyer paid less than $1,000 for this great iconic photo of the original Star Trek cast. Look at that photo, guys. And like I said, these are like one of ones. The Hindenburg closed out at $625, $781 of buyer's premium. Wow. That's just insane. Let's see. Amelia Earhart is another one of my buddy Greg's. Amelia Earhart, type 1 photo from the 30 snapshot, sold at $600, $750 with buyer's premium. That's it. Oh, my God. Oh, here's one of the Frankenstein, original Frankenstein movie. Look at that. Boris Karloff as Frankenstein. 460. Okay, this makes me more angry than my own photos. I am more angry than my. Oh. Look at that, guys. I'm going to show you what this looks like so you can look and try to find some on eBay or wherever you can find it. Dude, I found type 1 photos, type 3 photos at the flea market, estate sales, Craigslist, you name it. Sometimes I just type stuff in, other auctions. You see it comes from the Bourse collection. The Bourse collection. But man, look at that. What do y'all think about this, guys? Vintage Collector says, cool, Jackie. I grabbed the Type 2 rookie of Jackie not too long ago. And you'll probably do well with it. Vintage Collector, I'm personally holding my photos for now. I have Ripken's of the 1982 Donruss Image Type 1 and the Ernie Banks 1954 Topps batting stance photo. Scared of those PA upcharges premiums. Yeah, no shit, dude. This is crazy, guys. This is just ridiculous. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm getting emotional here. I'm getting emotional. I have a lot of passion about these photos. I do. I really do. So I lost a lot of money on these. I probably made like a couple $100 extra. I made probably right now, as of right now, $300 profit. $300 profit. That's it. Dude, yeah, to me, this 1916, guys, that's over 100 years old, of one of the most famous people, Thomas Edison, guys. We wouldn't even have photographs or film or movies or electricity if it wasn't for this guy. $450? Oh, look at that. Here he is. I'm going to zoom in. Look at that. Look how great the quality of that photo is. If you zoom in, look how great. You can see it says Thomas Alva Edison. The Illuminati Engineering Society. Look at this guy. What's wrong with that guy? He looks like he's hypnotized. What's up with Edison's eyebrows? Whoa. Whoa. The Illuminati. You've heard about the Illuminati. $450, $500. What a... If that wasn't mine, I would have bought it. Maybe because it ended on a Sunday night. I don't know. If there's experts in the house, speak up or forever hold your peace. So I got how many more? Oh, look, it's at $200, guys. Let me show you some future stuff why we're waiting. How much time's left? Because I don't want to stay on here too long. I'll stay up till 2 hours, okay? And then I got to go eat. I'll stay on for 2 hours. But I'm going to show you some other stuff I have. I've got some photos going live in July 28th, I think. Or maybe that's going to be June. I've got one of Muhammad Ali fighting a stuffed gorilla in Manila, if you remember that one. When's it start? It starts July the 2nd, guys. July the 2nd goes live 57 days from now. I have Paul McCartney from 1964 with the Beatles. Hard Day's Night photo. Hard Day's Night, 1964. I don't like those other ones. Look at this. I have a type 1 photo from The Godfather of the painting of Marlon Brando holding the cat. This is a famous, iconic photo. And if you notice in the movie, this painting is on the wall in the house in the first Godfather movie. And they used this one to promote the debut of The Godfather on NBC in 1977. Here is a type 1 photo of Piggy, Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog from 1979 from The Muppet Show. Let's see the back here. Look at the back, guys, with all the wet stamps on there. Just look at how iconic that photo is. 1979. But gosh, imagine owning this Marlon Brando. How gangster are you if you own that Marlon Brando photo? Oh, here's one of my personals. If this sells for $100, I'm going to do it. Well, no, I'm kidding, guys. I will never jump out of a building, but I'll do a live stream of me holding all my type 1 photos, and I'll jump off my patio and break my leg. No, I will not do that. I'm not an idiot. Some people think I'm an idiot, but I'm not an idiot. I only pretend to be one. 1975 by Jim Anderson, guys, in New York City in Central Park at one of his first concerts in the U.S. Iconic. You've seen this photo in so many magazines, all albums, all over the internet. This photo is iconic. 1975 by Jim Anderson, famous Rolling Stone photographer. Famous. See what's on the back. You see that stuff on the back? Here's Queen by another famous Rolling Stone photographer, Neil Preston, 1982. Here's Brian May and Freddie Mercury. Gorgeous photo. Look at the backlighting. Here is Madonna. Madonna, Papa Don't Preach right here. As I think it's from that same year, 1986. She's singing Papa Don't Preach. I'm in trouble deep. I'm keeping the baby. Remember, she's keeping the baby. Madonna by Fiona Simon. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Has anyone ever seen the comic book of Muhammad Ali versus Superman from 1978? 1978 press conference. Here is Muhammad Ali wearing an apron or the cape, Superman's cape, with the original artwork in the back, all the wet stamps. Here is George Lucas opening up the Star Tours ride at Disneyland in 1987. And you know what's so crazy about this one? This is when he was single, guys. He was dating, I think, Linda Ronstadt. So he was a player right now. He was on the prowl, so he shaved his beard off. No beard, George Lucas. No George, no beard. I know, right? No. And then I've got, yeah. And then we got two more, I think, going on sale in September. Here it is. This is the first Friends photo taken in 1994 promoting the season premiere of Friends. So this wasn't their iconic one. This is Friends with all the members. Type 1 photo, guys, of Friends. And here's another beautiful one. Here is one of Norman Rockwell, 1948, painting the Boy Scouts, holding his color paint palette. Norman Rockwell, look at all the stamps, 1947, Norman Rockwell. Let's go and see how my legend, my last one's doing. Oh, it's gone up some more. $220, guys, for my Man in the Moon photo. Man in the Moon. Because if you believe, they put a man on the moon. Remember that? The Jim Carrey, the Andy Kaufman movie? Oh, my God. I'd love to find a type 1. Oh, brain fart. I just got one. I want to find one, an Andy Kaufman type 1 photo. Man in the Moon. Let's go see how everything else, see how Norma Jean's doing. Norma Jean, $12,000, guys, with 14 minutes left. So it's going to cost the buyer $15,000 total for this great photo of Marilyn Monroe. Dude, even today, this woman is sexy. What a sexy beast. U.S. #1 Idaho potato. Is that where the term comes from, or the term still happened? Like, you would look even sexy in a potato sack. She's proof of that. Have you ever heard that term? You look even sexy in a potato sack. Here's evidence of that. That's how beautiful this woman was. And look at, golly, look how beautiful she is. Look, she's catching up to potato sack woman. $11,500. And then who can't forget the famous movie shot? This is a famous, this is one of the most famous, iconic photos ever. You've seen this. People have recreated this photo. You know how many famous celebrities have recreated this shot? Only at $3,200. I know that might be a lot of money to y'all watching this, a lot of money to me, but this is pretty much a one of one. People are spending thousands and tens of $1,000s for a little cardboard card that's thousands and thousands and thousands of them made. And yet, this is it. This is all there is of this. This is the actual photo that's put on a card. This photographer was actually there. This photo was made by that photographer. That photographer took that photo, went home, spent hours getting that look, to get that look. This is property. This is a piece of art, guys. This isn't a mass-produced card that's in a factory and it's cut by a bunch of wires or cutters or anything. This was timed and baked like a cake. Do you all understand? Ugh. Sorry, it's already ended. This ended already at $4,000. That means the winner, the person who owned this photo is only getting $3,200 for this. That means this buyer is probably going to hold on to this, and somewhere down the road when people wake up, people. He's probably going to get $1 million. I don't know if he's going to get $1 million, but you don't understand. Okay, here's another one. Ended $2,400. Look at that photo. This is why I'm trying to show you these folks. Look at this. Here's the candid when she was Norma Jean, 1942, guys. This is over 80 years old. Just for $2,400. The buyer paid $3,000 for it. Damn. Okay, here's the one with Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio. 800. That is a ripoff, man. This person, that's what I'm showing you guys. This is a gold mine for buyers right now. A gold mine. I'd be pissed if I was a seller, but man, if you're a buyer, you got to still. These, that's why I'm trying to show, and that's why I'm showing you these guys, because I know no one is watching this. No one is watching this because no one knows. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Oh, no one cares. Oh, here is Yoko Ono and John Lennon. $410. This is an iconic shot. I've seen this photo 1,000 times in my life. Double, from one of my favorite albums, from Double Fantasy, 1980, right before he died, guys. Right before he died. 410. I just want to put my computer across this week. I'm sorry. I'm glad these aren't mine. I'm glad these aren't mine. I think I'd go home and cry. I really would. I would cry. So many tears. 99 tears. What's that song? 96 tears. Cry, cry, cry. 96 tears. Oh. Let's see what vintage collector. This guy, see, people know, man. Vintage, what should I do with my photos right now? I've got so many right now. Let me join myself again. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. By then it's too late. You're right, man. Nobody cares, correct? They will when this stuff breaks the news one day with record break. That's why I'm trying to share with you guys, man. I'm trying to share with you. Dang. Sorry, I wish you had seen me how upset I am about this right now. This is artwork. This is like paintings, guys. These probably sold less than it cost at the time to get these things developed. Y'all not understand? It cost so much back. Film cost so much back in those days. I used to make films off Super 8. It would cost me hundreds of dollars. I would ask my parents to give me money for college so I could make Super 8 short films in college before we had digital cameras. So right now my moon is at $240 with 26 minutes left. I'll stay. I'm so hungry, guys. I am so hungry. I'll see what I can do. I just want to cry about this right now. I care about other people's stuff, man. Oh. So let me go in here and see how it is. Oh, sorry. I'm just disheveled. I'm upset. So we got still 6 minutes left on the Marilyn Monroe potato sack. It's still at 12,000. Do you think it's going to plateau right now? Is it going to peak? Is that it? 6 minutes left. 6 minutes. How can we make people more aware about these photos? What can we do? Goodbye, Norma Jean. Goodbye, Norma Jean, right here. 1 minute left. John Louis' dress and her first shawl going to JFK's birthday, where she sung "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." So it's at $11,500 for the seller, $14,000 total for the buyer. 50 seconds left. Let's watch this go live. Ending right now. 45 seconds left. Look at this photo. You understand? This is artwork, guys. This is art. This isn't a playing card. This isn't a trading card. This isn't a poster that can be mass produced. This isn't a trading card where thousands. There's probably only 1, 2, 3, or 4 at the most. That's it. That's it. I'm serious. That's it. 19 seconds, 18 seconds. If I had $1 million, I would buy this. 12 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. $11,500, $14,375 with the buyer's premium. Guys, that dude, if I had $1 million, I would buy all this stuff right now and just have diamond hands on it. Diamond hands. The one of the most famous iconic shots. This is where all the photos come from, guys, from this photo. If it wasn't for this one photo, this is where it starts. This is the nucleus. This is the atom that starts the bomb, that starts the explosion. That starts. No. $3,200. That's it. You understand how much of still this is. The flying skirt subway scene. Oh. FDR, probably the best president ever in the history of America. No doubt. I don't care what side of politics you're on. This guy saved our country, man. This guy saved, I don't care what you say. $1,700. Jackie Robinson, the guy who changed it all for us, man. One of my favorites from a kid, number 40. I'm getting emotional here. The moon landing. It's still going strong at $1,300. Marilyn Monroe, the candid shot with the famous playwright who wrote The Crucible. 1960s, ended at just a little over $1,000. Look how beautiful, even in this candid shot. A little over $1,000. Let's see how the Joe DiMaggio kiss did. That means it did less. And this is a 800. Oh, sorry. The Star Trek wins $775. Amelia Earhart, $600. Let's go through it all. My Thomas Edison one, $450. 1916. General MacArthur, it's still going right now with his famous pipe from 1945 in the Philippine Islands, World War II, $444. Let's see what else. I'm just finding. Oh, here's the Louise Brooks famous silent movie, Canary Murder, $410. That's a beautiful photo, too. One of the most famous silent movie actors of our time. If you're in film. Oh, Dracula, the first Dracula in 1931, Bela Lugosi, $410. I can't even talk right now. Oh, gosh. JFK with Dwight Eisenhower, 1961. $360. That's it, guys. Shirley Temple, Captain January, $330. That's it. That's it, guys. London After Midnight. Lon Chaney Jr. Is that Lon Chaney? Yeah, Lon Chaney, $290. Dude, it probably cost that much raw. Let's see how mine's still doing. Mine's at 260. Mine has still got legs. The moon's got legs, guys. The moon's got legs. Oh, One of my favorite actors of all time, Steve McQueen, one of the legends. And he loved cars. Did you see what was the Getaway? One of the most famous chase movies ever of our time. $260. I'm not telling the buyer's premium. Sorry, I'm just looking at it because that's what the dealer gets. I just care about what the dealer gets. But the buyer's got to pay a little more, but it's still a steal. John Lennon, Yoko Ono next to the Rolls Royce, $260 with 320, even $325. That's still, that's probably the only photo that you probably find. Citizen Kane, considered the #1 movie of all time. The #1 movie, Orson Welles, 1941. I went to film school. I've seen this movie 100 times. This movie changed filmmaking. It changed filmmaking. Orson Welles, the guy who did the Mars Attacks, the War of the Worlds, who did that on the radio, $250. 200, that's it. Dude, if I wasn't on here, I would have bought that. If I wasn't busy showing Psycho with Janet Leigh, Alfred Hitchcock. Look at this. This is a proof strip. Proof strip. Look at this. Type 1. Isn't that a proof strip? Yeah, it is. Contact. Yeah, proof strip. Contact sheet. 200. Dude, I would have paid over $220 for that raw, guys. And it cost another. What a ripoff, man. The buyer. Oh my God. I need some air. Frankenstein. Here's Boris Karloff. 200. Oh my God, look at this one. Look at this one. 3 of the most famous people ever. Elton John, the late Barry White, and Stevie Wonder all together. 1976, $200, guys. Look at all that stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. And I didn't even get I was trying to win this one. I lost out on this one. Billy Idol, who I see walking in the park every day when I walk my dog in California. I see Billy Idol every single day. Clockwork. I won't tell you what time it is or where it is because I want Billy to have his privacy because I want to talk to the guy. I've seen him 2 years now, every day, clockwork. Walking my dog, Billy walks counterclockwise, and I walk counterclockwise. And every day I just say hi to him. I just say hi. I don't say hi, Billy, or anything like that. I just say hi. And he goes, hi back. And I know that's him. And he walks by himself alone. And I want this because Billy was one of my favorite idols as a teenager. So I lost out on this because I'd rather do this with you all. $180. Look, I got outbid. This was when 1976 when he was with Generation X. I even still have my T-shirt for the first time I saw Billy Idol in 1987 in Charlotte Coliseum, and the cult opened up for Billy Idol. And if I had this, I wish Greg had just sold this to me. I would have given him $200 cash. Greg, dude, before you send stuff, just ask me, man. Just ask me about it. Yeah. You said it. This stuff is a gold mine. I'm glad I got it early. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to share with people. Sold all my cards off for me. This is a terrible. Let's look at Billy real quick. Why asking the questions? Are these ComC holdable? I think ComC, yeah. ComC will hold these. Yeah, I've talked to the people at ComC. Since they're slabbed and graded, yeah, you can send these in to ComC. People haven't done it yet. PWCC will hold them, vault them, and hold them, and sell them marketplace or auction. They all will. REA, Elite, Memory Lane. Everybody. PSA holds them. They vault them too. Storable. Yes. 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 ComC will. I have talked to them. I did talk to the people. ComC knows me. They will hold these guys and they will sell them if you want to auction them off or sell them marketplace. Vintage collector. I'm honestly not sure if ComC would even know where to begin with these folks. They don't know, but they will. They will list them. Yeah, try it out. But I have talked to them. It's new. Like, understand, even though these Type 1 photos have been around since photos have existed, if you can find the first photo from Civil War, I'm sure there's a photo of Lincoln. If you can find it, if someone took a photo of Lincoln or a slave or politician or a cowboy or whoever was Bonnie and Clyde or a Polka or an Indian or Native American, excuse me, Native American, or someone in the 1800s, Mark Twain. If there's a legitimate photo that can be slabbed and authenticated, yeah, that's a Type 1 photo, guys. They had cameras back then. It's legit. Imagine owning a real photo of Lincoln. Imagine that. Glad they're at least accept them graded. Yeah, well, the reason they don't grade, actually give a photo a numerical grade, because they have been manipulated a lot. There's a lot of editorial notes on the front and back, but they have to have those editorial notes, the wet marks, the markings. That's the only way they can identify it and authenticate it. It's harder if it's clean. And don't go spending $1,000 on something that has a clean back. Like, first, get a couple of them that have wet marks. Educate yourself better. If you're an expert at this, then go for it. But if you're a novice at this, then don't. The only thing that's helped me is because I'm a film editor. I can, once I started looking at stuff, comparing, making notes to it, I started understanding. I understood the quality, the quality of the photo, the contrast, the lines, everything like that, the depth, just the quality. Type 3, 4, duplicate negative, it's going to look more muddier. It's not going to look as high quality as this, like Billy Idol right here, because 35 millimeter film, original negative, it's going to look a lot nicer than Type 3s and 4s. Believe me, guys. Let's go and see how my photo is doing. But let me tell you, these are basically one of ones. There is no reason these things should be cheaper than that photo on a card or a poster or what other memorabilia you've purchased on at a show or an auction. There should be no reason. No reason. These are the original art. This is like when the great curator buys, or whoever, any of my friends, but I use the great curator as reference because, you know, he's my close friend. He's my partner between two slabs. He likes to buy the original artwork for comic books. And that's awesome. I feel like that stuff also, as well, is definitely undervalued. Even sells from movies from like Disney, or, you know, movies back when before there was digital animation. Those are still undervalued. And they still cost a lot, but they're still undervalued. But you have to have original art before you put that in the comic book or the cover of a comic book. The same thing with photography. People don't understand. That's it. There's only a couple. And the photographer and maybe the subject matter, the actor, the singer, maybe the studio, the archivist, they might own one each. That's it, guys. That's it. There's no reason. They weren't looking to make these for profit. That photographer just needed one photo to sell to the wire, to the archivist, so it would go out for a press. And that's how they made their money. You know, they're the early paparazzi. That's how they made their money, guys. And that's it. They didn't need to they weren't selling the photo. They were just selling the rights to the photo. Does that make sense? That's how they made their money, and then they moved on to the next day, whatever their job they had, to go to the next concert or whatever event they needed to go to and shoot more subject matter. So I hope that helps. explain things. Let's see how I'm doing. It's 20. Oh, wow. Keeps going up. Who knew? This is my dark horse, guys. My man in the moon photo is my dark horse. This is giving me legs, giving me life, giving me hope. This is the one I thought would sell the lowest of them all. But this has become the most popular. See, you never know. This is all a crapshoot. This is a crapshoot, guys. Why is this one doing the best? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Value dictates where we often spend our money. Right now, money flows heavy to mass-produced cardboard. Yeah, go figure, man. But that's why I'm trying to educate you guys. I know I'm not going to make a fortune off these right now. I might make it. Who knew I was going to do well on this one? I'm actually making a good profit on this moon one, to be open with you. But for like Prince one and the Van Halen one, I hemorrhaged on those. I lost a lot of money. I thought my Prince one was going to do really well because Prince does very well. I had a one-of-one test proof of Prince from the first concert tour of 1984 from the Purple Rain tour. I sold that one at the National for $2,000. It didn't even last 30 minutes at my booth at the National. Who knew? Who knew? I did not know what I had. I paid $20 for that photo. I paid $20. I didn't even know if it was a type 1, 2, 3. I just thought it was freaking cool, and I bought it for me. And I was like, you know what? I'll just see if I can sell it. I put a $2,000 thinking nobody would buy it, and it lasted 30 minutes, guys. I wish I still had it. I wish I still had it. Yeah, Man in the Moon saving the day, man. Thanks to REM and Andy Kaufman and Jim Carrey, Man in the Moon. Who knew? Do you see the Man in the Moon right there? You see his eyes and his nose, and apparently you only can see the face of the moon from the Western Hemisphere. I did not know that. So on a full moon, go out and look, and you'll see the face of the moon. But in the southern or the Eastern Hemisphere, they cannot see the Man in the Moon. They see some, I forget what. I think it's a dead man, like when the drawn dead man, when someone's been murdered, the outline of a man, the dead man. I think that's what they see on the Eastern Hemisphere. I forget what it's called. Vince Collector, do you know the name, or anybody watching know the name of it? I can't recall, but that's what they see on the Eastern Hemisphere. We see the Man in the Moon. But man, who knew about this? Wow, I am really, See, this is like, you don't know. Who knows? I mean, for all I know, this could go for $20,000. But look at this. I mean, this is at $280. And the one of the Marilyn Monroe's kissing Joe DiMaggio only sold for like $800. To me, that should be a $20,000. I mean, that's just how I feel. It's just my personal judgment call on that one. That's just how I believe. Like I have right now, I have a type 1 of Harry Potter. I sent in 5 Harry Potter photos, all the same photo of this. I'll do this. I'll wait till I get back from Europe, and the other 4 got rejected. They said they were just prints or copies. And this is actually a type 1 photo. This actually came from real film, from a real negative. That means the photographer was actually on set, and before they filmed, or while they were filming, he was actually next to the camera, next to the director, taking that photo of Daniel Radcliffe. He's actually there on the set. This photographer was on the set. He was on the set making this photo, guys. And then went home and developed it. Oh my gosh. I want to show you something else cool. What do you have to see here? Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm getting emotional. Look at this one. Look at this one. This is my pride and joy. This is a type 1 photo. Oh, let's go here. Let me show you. Oops. 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 Damn it. Ugh. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. This is William Shatner. Type 1 photo is Captain Kirk. 1966 Type 1 photo. And an autograph, guys. Right there on the sweet spot. Dual authenticated. So it says Type 1 photo. And it says it's an autograph of a 9 autograph. That was my first dual authenticated photo autograph of Captain Kirk. As I see right now, I'm holding on this baby. I've got diamond hands on this baby. This baby is mine. What else I got here? Oh, look here. I've got one of Leo DiCaprio. Leo DiCaprio, 1990. I think he's like 15 or 16 years old right here. Type 1 photo. Pretty much a rookie card, rookie photo of Leo. Should I hold these or drop them off at Heritage in Beverly Hills Monday or Tuesday before I leave? What should I do, guys? What should I do? Let's go and see how the rest of them are. And then hopefully we got what 16 minutes. What time is it right now? 9:47. So I'll wait till see how this does, and then we'll 16 minutes, and then my sushi is aging. My girlfriend ordered some sushi for us. And then I've got to book my plane to Ireland when we head to Europe. Oh. What's going on next, folks? Okay, let's see how Merlin and the rest of the gang are doing. So let's go over here. Browse all items. Let's see how Potato Sack Merlin's doing. She ended $12,000, guys. Merlin ended at $12,000. Buyer's premium. That means the buyer has to pay a total of $15,000. So I'm kind of still new selling on Heritage. This is all new territory for me. This is my first rodeo, basically, or the last one was. I'm still riding the bull here. And I think maybe the seller gets $12,000. So that means Heritage gets $3,000. Am I correct? I don't know. Speak up. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. Marilyn Monroe with the John Louise gown, 11,500, 14,000. Dude, I know that's more than we can afford, but man, if you have money, this is still this. Then this is then buying like some stupid prospect or spending a rookie card like a 1/1 RPA flawless of say Justin Fields or even Justin Herbert. I know I'm a Chargers fan or whatever, but I'd rather spend $14,000 on this photo and then Justin Herbert's. How if he doesn't ever do better than that or become a Hall of Famer? You've lost, that's just stupid money. Stupid money. This Marilyn Monroe, this photo is always going to be remembered. This photo, you're always going to remember this photo of 7 Year Itch movie. People, famous actors and models and photographers are always going to try to recreate the same photos. This photo was actually taken then. This photographer shot that photo, went home and developed this photo. He was there. Taking that photo of Marilyn Monroe. Oh. Look at this. This photo still has 23 minutes. This is taken from NASA. So this is Edwin Aldrin, Buzz Aldrin. That's Buzz Aldrin there in front of this rocket ship. This photo was taken by the famous Neil Armstrong, 1969, when they walked on the moon. How much historical can you get? This is historical as you can get, guys. There's not much better history than this. Neil Armstrong took this photo. Neil Armstrong, the first guy who walked on the moon. Now, some of you crazy idiots may think this was recreated by Stanley Kubrick after 2000. Dude, I have to tell you, conspiracy theorist people, this is real. This is a real photo because they're like, oh, you don't see stars in the background because you took the goddamn photo. Have you tried taking a photo? You need, like, it would require longer exposure, iris, and there's so much sun bouncing off the crater of the moon that you can't get the stars, folks. You idiots learn this is a real photo, guys. They were there. Those astronauts were there. I'm sorry if you doubt me. This is a real photo. And this was taken by Neil Armstrong. Then he takes it, and then someone in NASA developed it. And then NASA archived it, and then finally released it to somebody. What's it say on the back here? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at the wet stamps on the back. Look at the wet stamps. Original print, please. Do not duplicate. Please return after use. Do not duplicate. That's real. It's real to me, damn it. It's real. Oh my God. Oh. Whew. Look at that. 15. I would see. I'm glad these aren't my photos right now. I'm glad these aren't my photos. I could take a hit. I could take a punch on the ones I put out. That's why I sent those first. I couldn't take it if that was my photo of the man on the moon. Which is crazy because my spacewalk one did really well. My spacewalk one did for like almost $2,000 from 1965. So right now it's $280. Buyer's premium, $350. Man of the moon. It's still going. It's still going. 10 minutes, guys. Look at that. Whereas I don't feel like this holds a candle to the Neil Armstrong Buzz Aldrin photo on the moon. The one that Neil Armstrong, two of the most famous astronauts, they were on the moon. And so you don't see the stars because why? Because there's too much brightness reflected off the moon. That's why, and it's photography. It's hard. There was no way in hell. If there were stars in the background, then yeah, I'd be susceptible. Suspicious. Sorry for my word salad. I'm just getting emotional about this. It's crazy, guys. What else is going live still? What's still live? Let's find out. Bidding's closed. Look at that. Bidding's closed, bidding closed, bidding closed. Everything's bidding closed. So I'm like the last one left, guys. I'm the last one left with my man in the moon. So we'll watch 9 minutes. It'll probably close after this. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to say adieu, guys, because it's 2 hours. I am starving. My head's about to explode. I want to cry for these other people. I really do. I want to cry for them. But if you're the buyer on these, congratulations. Congratulations. Or as RuPaul says, congratulations. Woo! See, no one's even watching this. No one gives a shit. Oh, look at my sticker. This is crazy. Crazy. Let's go see why I'm killing time. Just to kill some time, let's go see how my hip hop. If you're just now tuning in, hip hop 62. I'm already doing better on hip hop, and I still got a month left. So yeah, Tone Loc, Beastie Boys. I got some Run DMCs. So if you go on here, you go to the 2024 May 26 Hip Hop Showcase Auctions 41188. Browse all items. And this is lots of memorabilia. It's not just type photos. Look at there. We got sneakers from Run DMC. We have Easy E autograph. I think this is one of their most highlighted items. It's already at $5,000. Tupac Shakur autograph. It's at $1,100 right now. 20 days left. Autographed Adidas. I wonder if is what's his face Jam Master Jay on here? Yeah, yes, he signed it. The late Jam Master Jay, who died over 20 years ago. Imagine that on Adidas, my Adidas. How iconic is that? All three members. One's dead. You can't get Jam Master Jay's autograph anymore, guys. And who knows the track? My Adidas. I own the shell toe Adidas back then because I loved hip hop as a teenager. I went to see all these guys in concert back in the day. Old Dirty Bastard, who's also passed. Signed driver's license. Thanks to Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang Clan. Look at this stuff. Beastie Boys. Signed. So if that means Ad Rock autographed it, Adam Yosh? Yeah, see, he's dead. He's been dead, 10 years now. Jezza from Wu-Tang again, autographed. More Beastie. See, all this old school stuff is on fire right now, dude. On fire. That's what had the most views. Most views. Again, Eazy signed, looks like it's cassette tape. A lot of sign. Here's my Beastie Boys photo. Third most viewed memorabilia on this hip hop collection. The 87 Beastie Boys No Sleep Till Brooklyn autograph. What's that on? What is that? Oh, it's like an crazy 7-inch vinyl with the License to Ill logo on it. That's sick, dude. I see my Run DMC is the most watched. Tupac Shakur, the what is this one? Tupac Shakur, Luther Campbell, Snoop Dogg, 96 Miami concert poster. Look at that concert poster from 96. God. Quad City DJs coming right at the train. Remember that one? The Dog Pound. Remember those guys? Sorry for my terrible rapping. So let's go back. Let's finish this up, guys. It's almost time. We got 1 minute. Let's see how we're doing. It's ending. We got 5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes left. Face of the moon. Face of the moon. 3 people. Everybody's giving up on me. Yeah, I don't doubt you. Sorry, I'm gonna watch this because I got 4 minutes, so I just want to watch it out of curiosity's sake. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. This is real to me, damn it. Hip hop, 62. Tone low. Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys right now, it's at $31. 1987. They are throwing beer into the crowd. They got in trouble because of their racy lyrics. Because they're probably like in the South somewhere. The ministers are getting pissed off because they're crazy lyrics and they're crazy. They were young kids then, man. Probably like 20 years old. Let's go see how my stuff. Let's end it here and finish watching my Man in the Moon. Here we go. Man in the Moon. Man in the Moon. 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left. Because if you believe they put a man on the moon. Man on the moon. See how my stuff did. Like I said, my Superman sold at $290. My Jerry Seinfeld sold at only $151. My Paul McCartney from Wings sold at $155. My Prince from 1981, Dirty Mind, $150. My Bono, a whopping, sit down for this one, $33. My Van Halen Scorpion, I could have sold these better. I had better offers on eBay. Lesson learned, guys. Lesson learned. People actually offered me 300. I didn't do it. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Rise and shine. It's trying to figure out how to sell these time. Thomas Edison, not bad. I did make profit on this Edison, $450. And Man on the Moon, I did very well on this one. Very well on the Man on the Moon. I mean, not huge. I'm not going to go out and like buy a new car with it, but $280. $280. Man in the Moon, saving the day. Yes, he will pay for my luggage to go to Europe. All right, 2 minutes, guys, and then I'm calling it quits. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, and then we'll find out what the hell is going on. All righty. Man in the Moon. You see the back there? It says filed February of 79. So I don't know what that means. Filed, so archived. Someone took the photo. I have no clue who took the photo. If anybody knows, please share with me. So 1 minute, 46 seconds. Then I'm out of here because I've been on here for over 2 hours. Then I'm calling it quits. 1 minute and a half. 1 minute and a half. Let's see how we did. All right. All right. All right. 1 minute and 17 seconds. 1 minute 15. Man in the Moon. Facing the Moon. 1970s 8x10 original NASA photograph. So I guess they knew it was a photograph. Silver glossy vintage gelatin. PSA DNA type 1 photograph. Less than a minute, 52 seconds. Right now it's at $280 with buyer's premium BP $350. Beautiful, very clean. I mean, just look at the quality of it. It looks as good as a photo today. Taken in the 70s. Great camera, great film. Developed very well by definitely a great professional photographer. You can see all the craters. Yeah, I mean, the detail on this moon, get that detail on the moon is crazy back then. I don't know even how they did it. I would love to learn how they got that photo taken. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it, folks. It has ended. We are done. $280 for Man on the Moon. $350 for buyer's premium. I'm pretty happy with that one. Can't go wrong. Buy my girlfriend a drink on the flight home. So we'll go back. Solo layout. There we are. So everybody, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching my live Type 1 photos on Heritage Auctions. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and YouTube and even on eBay. I think I have it's Merleworld Cards. Watch the Great Curator and I every Tuesday. We will not be on this Tuesday, but watch Between Two Slabs. We'll be doing a live show. I'm leaving this week to go to London for the London Card Show. Check it out. If you're in Europe, come visit us at the London Card Show. I'll be there with the Great Curator. Check us out. I'll bring a couple of slabs. Maybe you'll want a couple. If you're interested, if any of my slabs I've posted that you know I might still have, you see on eBay, you've seen me posted on Instagram. If you are in the London area, you're going to be at the London Card Show this weekend, and if you're interested with any of these, I will bring it personally with me on the plane and hand it to you at the show. We'll work a deal out. You see how these are. Do not be intimidated by my prices. Just talk to me. I'm a pretty friendly guy. I just try to do that to get rid of. I only want serious collectors. That's the right reason I price those as high as they are, because this is just for serious collectors. If you're not serious about it, then don't contact me. But if you're interested in this, I will bring it to London, so you wouldn't have to like ship it out. I will hand it to you at the London Car Show. We will do content on it, whatever it takes. We'll go have a pint together. We'll talk about photos, whatever. So check it out. I'll see y'all next weekend at the London Car Show with a great curator. So anyway, whoops. Bye for now. Bye-bye, everyone.
There's a podcast called Between Two Slabs. They consume mass media. It seems so sad. It's the great curator and Merlin.
Bye-bye.